Hey, fellow Foundations of Science 101 teachers. I just wanted to show you a little bit about what our Teams page looks like. I don't really know a whole lot about how Teams works, to be totally honest, but for our purposes, I just wanted to show you where the notebook is that you can use to put resources and to find resources. So the Teams page can be used as just a big, giant, kind of like a chat page, so we can just chat with each other if we need to. So this again maybe would be a good place to put questions if you're not sure what to do. Although I know we're also supposed to be using the community, so I'm not really sure how that's gonna work out. But anyway, this is more like a chat. And then up here with the files, mostly, again, my husband is the guru on this one, and he told me not to play around with the files too much. What's going to happen here is, like, if you ever put any images into your conversation or anything like that, then it's going to make a file for it so that it knows where to find it and pull on it. So don't play around with the files. I don't think there's anything we probably would need there. But here's the notebook. So it's called the PLC notebook. I can't change the name of that for some reason. It stands for Professional Learning Community Notebook, which we are, so I'm good with that. So if you click on that tab, it will show you an embedded version of OneNote. So this is one of the very few things that I have put in here. So intro email samples, if we wanted to put in some examples of what our email pre-semester emails are. Now, viewing this on the browser gets a little bit tricky. It's just not quite as functional. You can't do as many cool things. So I generally suggest that you click on this open in OneNote. If you have OneNote on your computer, if you already have that. The icon for it is this purple N. It's on the very bottom of my screen. So, you have PowerPoint, you have Outlook, and OneNote is the purple with the N. And basically what it is a digital filing cabinet. So if I click on this arrow here, it shows me my filing cabinet and all my folders that I can have in it. So let's say that this is my drawer, the Foundations of Science 101 instructor's notebook. So that's the drawer, and then inside I can have all these folders, and I can have subfolders within them as well. So for pre-semester setup, all I have right now is our intro email examples, but maybe there's some other things people would want to put, and here's my intro email under there. If you wanted to add yours, you would hit add page right here at the bottom, and you could put Tammy's intro email or whatever you want to do. If you want to delete something, you can delete it. It's just amazing. Okay, but it does give you warnings that, if you delete something here, it's going to delete it for everybody. So just be careful, but I'm sure it will be fine. I put in my plagiarizing and cheating philosophy, things that I think about that, but again, you can put in your own stuff. And then we'd have lesson 1, lesson 2, and so on. I have not put very much into any of these. So as you go, pretty much you'd just be clicking on add a page. I would suggest putting which lesson it belongs to in the title. So if you add a page, and then it kind of closes off that sidebar so that there's more space. So lesson 1, announcement, examples, something like that. And then you could type in your announcement. Where was I going with this? There was something I was going to do. I don't know. But you can insert tables. You can insert pictures. But again, from the browser version, it's a little bit less usable. The drawing can be fun. So again, we could circle something and say, I really like this feature, or this is how you use that particular feature. For example, I put on here, iLearn helps. Someone was asking about how to view a quiz. So you could put a picture and highlight the important things on how to view something or how to do something different. If you're doing this in OneNote, so again, if you click on open in OneNote, it's going to open OneNote. I already happen to have mine open. It's similar, but it's a little different. So again, you have the tabs on the sidebar. You have all the pages that are within each tab on the right. And then you also have all the same tabs on the top. So these ones are kind of redundant to the ones that are on the left, but it just puts them in a little bit different spot. it's just easier to use here. And another thing I really like here, and notice it did this in real time. It put in my LO1 announcement examples in there. And now if I hit add page, here's a cool little thing we can do. So if you want to know that mine is mine, you can put Katie, oops. So I hit add page. Let me start over. I hit add page. It put in this untitled page right here. And I can put, let's see, LO1 Katie's sample announcement. And then I can drag it over here on the right so that it's underneath announcement example. So it just kind of keeps it organized so it looks like it's within this section. That's, a nicety. It's certainly not a necessity. One thing I like to put in my announcements are videos, and I like to do them right in here. So I'll type out my stuff for my announcement so that I can read it. And then when I do a video recording of it, you go to insert and you can hit record video, and we're going to get a recording of this recording. It takes a second. And I look horrible today, and there's lots of backlight. But anyway, you get the idea. You can put your recording right in it. Once you hit the X, then it is right there. And you play it and see if it's good. If you like it, then you can hit save as and save it as a media file and then upload that to YouTube. And that's what I embed into my announcement. So that's how I do it. I'm sure that's why I would kind of like to see how other people do theirs. Over here, I think that would be fun to see how different people do stuff. But one of the big things we talked about was just trying to find more resources. So again, maybe LO1 prepare resources. I don't know how much there would be for that particular lesson, but as we get into astronomy and biology and those good things, there might be some extra resources worth sharing that we'd all love to see. So again, the plus side of doing it through the Microsoft Teams is that we can all kind of become owners of it, and we can all approve new members to the team. So as the OCR changes, it doesn't mess this up as whoever, since I made it to kind of begin with, if I leave, it won't mess it up. It will just be here. And then if we ever need a new team for some reason, we can just copy this notebook and put it into the new team as needed. Or if we want to just scrap it altogether, then that's allowed too. So I hope that made some sense. It's really not as tricky as it might look like. Is if you just kind of play around with it, there's some fun things to use there. And again, on Teams, we can do just kind of chatting conversations. Yeah. Okay, that's all I have. So I'm going to stop recording now. Okay, see you later, guys.